1 in 10 teenagers, they're turning to potentially harmful products in an attempt to try to lose weight. After reviewing dozens of studies done over the last 40 years, researchers estimate about 9% of these teenagers have used some kind of over-the-counter weight loss drugs, dietary supplements, and laxatives at a, quote, high level. Researchers say the use of non-prescribed weight loss products, that's been linked to eating disorders, low self-esteem, depression, and substance abuse in teens, as well as poor nutritional intake in adolescence and unhealthy weight gain in adulthood. Let's talk about this right now with Dr. Alice Connors-Kellgren, a clinical psychologist at Tufts Medical Center. This is upsetting, and it's good to see you, Doctor.
Hey, Dr. Alice, it's great to see you. So anyone, right, can just walk into a store and buy these products. So lay it out for us. What are the concerns for kids?
Yeah, absolutely. So these numbers are striking. And really, I have two major concerns when I hear this story. The first really has to do with the consequences of using these weight loss drugs and the negative health outcomes that can result from using these products. So these might include elevated heart rate, reduced breathing, like more shallow breathing, really just increased stress on the body, which can affect mood and cognition. They can also lead to decreased nutritional intake, and adolescents need so much nutrition, right? They need more calories than adults.
Right.
They need more fat than adults, just to like help their brains and bodies grow in a healthy way.
So, I'm sorry. Continue. I'm sorry.
The second concern I have has to do with the causes that lead to adolescents wanting to use these products. And, really we're talking about low self-esteem, poor body image, negative views of their bodies, and those are really concerning.
So parents may be totally in the dark about what their kids are doing to try to control their weight. So what do? You're a parent. How do you start that conversation?
So ideally, we want to be having this conversation with our kids from when they're very young. We know that girls as young as 6 years old express concerns about their weight and body image, but we are not all doing that, right? I know as adults, we often have our own very complicated relationships with our bodies and with food and weight and exercise. And so there may be a lot of parents out there who are really initiating this conversation for the first time with adolescents. And really what we want to be doing is expressing curiosity about our children's kind of internal experience around their bodies and their weight. So it might sound something like, I saw this story on the news tonight, and it made me wonder what your relationship with your body is.
Right. I heard Dr. Alice talking about it, so let's talk about it. So what does the kid, Dr. Alice, just say, what if you say to the kid, are you taking diet pills? And the kid says yes. What's the next step in the conversation? Help someone at home.
Yeah, well, as any parent can imagine, this would be really scary. So the first step is for, as a parent to just sort of regulate your own reaction. You want to approach any conversation and any next steps with a lot of curiosity and compassion, not being judgmental. Remember that, this behavior using these diet pills often comes from a place of low self-esteem and poor body image. And so we want to be as supportive as possible.
Doctor, I'm sorry.
Asking about, what are their thoughts and feelings around this?
Sure.
How did they get here? And then, maybe reading some articles together about the dangers, watching some videos from some trusted websites, and then maybe talking with the pediatrician or a nutritionist around how to manage our relationship with our bodies in a healthy way.
Doctor, thank you so much.
Great to see
Stay
you,
well.
Dr.
We
Alice.
appreciate it.
Thank you. Bye.